This is Pastor Greg Mayhorn. I'm glad you joined us today as we conclude this series of teachings on people that we all need in our lives. The first person we said was a pastor, the second, mentors, the third one that we mentioned was encouragers. The fourth on our list today is friends. Friends. People who love us as we are, but they will allow us to change. Now that's a big statement. People who love us as we are, but they will allow us to change. And they will help us to go to better places and better things. That's one of the real litmus tests of finding out who's a real friend in your life. People who won't allow you to grow. They won't allow you to learn. They won't allow you to move to a better place. They won't allow you to do things better. They won't allow you to enrich your life. Those are not real friends. They may have some kind of emotional attachment. They may be connected in various ways. But a true friend is somebody who loves us the way we are, but will allow us to get better, allow us to change, and they won't resent it. A true friend doesn't envy our successes, and a true friend doesn't gloat when we fail. That's one of the reasons that I tell single people to not just hang out all the time with other single people. Because there's a saying, misery loves company. And I don't mean that all single people are miserable. Don't misunderstand me. But what I mean is, a lot of times people that are dissatisfied with where they are in life, they don't like their situation, they like to hang out with people that are in the same boat. So they can swap sad stories. They can be sarcastic about everybody else. They can kind of get into a vein that they feel like they understand. Well, that's a good way to never change. That's a good way to stay the way you are. If you want to change, you're going to have to probably change some of your associations. So I tell people that are single who want a great marriage, hang out with some people that have great marriages. Find out how to be a good wife or a good husband, as the case may be. Prepare yourself for what you're believing God for. A real friend will let you do that. A real friend will allow you to move on in life. And friends are people who love us, but also, and this is important, and this really is going to be the finisher for today's message, real friends are people who respect not only us, but they respect what we believe and what we do. That's one of the big things I've learned in my lifetime to look for is, do people respect my beliefs? Do they respect my commitment to the Lord? Do they respect my marriage? Do they respect these things that are important to me? Because if they don't, then they're not really friend material. And sometimes, and in many times it's true, respect is even more important than mental affection. There are people who can be very affectionate as long as you're doing what they want you to do, as long as you're doing for them what they want. But as soon as you determine there's some things you must do, maybe to obey God or to better your life in some way, then somehow that affection gets turned off and anger begins to well up and resentment begins to well up. Well, that's not a real friend. A real friend respects the God you serve, the call of God on your life, and your life in general, and will allow you to grow. So surround yourself with great friends. And here's the thing that's so important to understand. There's no better place in the world to find those people than in the house of God. I'm not saying all Christians are perfect. We know better than that. And I certainly am not saying that there aren't people in church that are messed up. That's one reason we need to come to church is to get the messes untangled. But there are some great people that love God and will respect God like you do that can help you grow. Make those folks your very best friends and you'll grow in the Lord. God bless.